I was one of the earliest believers in it. The reason I was a believer was like, I thought the music was so amazing and like so different. And I called him into the office and he pulled up and he had the Montclair puffer on, Louis side bag, Louis Vuitton, like kind of like scarf around his head.
The turbies.
He told me like this. He had 5,000 followers on Instagram. You don't have to tell him anything. He's a complete genius. Like we don't have to touch any of that stuff. I'm more like I help organize everything on the back end, musically, creatively, like.
Although we'll learn in a sec that some fans have started turning on him for his recent management decisions. After discovering Yeat's music prior to blowing up, Zack Bia instantly wanted to sign him. But there was just one problem. Yeat had already been offered a one-album distribution deal with Interscope for his debut album. Yeat decided to go with Interscope for the release of Up To Me. However, while accepting this deal, he made a promise to Zack Bia that he would sign with his label Field Trip as soon as it was over. But did he stick to it? Well, in the meantime, Zack got right to work. From playing Yeat's music during his DJ sets for everyone he knew, including Lil Yachty, Cole Bennett, and even The Weeknd, as Zack hosted The Weeknd's Dawn FM release party. But yet, besides these very influential introductions, what stirred up the most mainstream hype for Yeat was this famous photo with Drake, which, as we now know, it was actually Zack Bia who connected and introduced the two at this party in Houston. However, despite admitting that all this legwork, quote, ran up Yeat's price by the time his Interscope deal expired, with new offers flying in from other labels, Yeat stuck to his promise, officially signing his new contract with Field Trip Records and Zack Bia in 2021, as well as in partnership with Geffen Records, which, by the way, is something interesting I noticed about Field Trip that you will too. At the time though, signing to Field Trip caught a lot of fans off guard. What Zack Bia brings to the table is arguably even more valuable.
Here's our secret sauce. Like I always tell people, I'm like, if we do like a Field Trip deal, you're gonna get privileges and looks and access to things that other people don't have. And that's kind of like our whole thing, is like we can create those moments.
Despite his lack of music industry knowledge and experience, as we just learned, Zack Bia is a staple in the LA party scene. And what does this mean? Access to the aux cord at A-list parties with the world's most influential celebrities. And just ask yourself, what new artist wouldn't want their music played at these exclusive events?
You know how people talk about seeding lists for clothes? It's like we're also seeding out the music.
Yeah.
So like we'd be like the first people to play a song or play an artist before they blew up, and it's like we're in this room with 100 people, and 95 of them are some of the 95 most influential people in the world.
We have literally seen on countless occasions how just one cosign or repost from a massive celebrity like Kylie Jenner, for example, can instantly ignite a new artist's career. But it starts with getting them to hear your music in the first place. People don't realize that going to a good party where someone is DJing, you can break songs, Zack points out. A businessman, a skater, an actor, an up-and-coming musician, and a big musician are all in the same room connected through music. As I mentioned earlier, Zack Bia himself is a part-time DJ. Zack's main focus remained on his label. I'm just trying to build the coolest record company I can. It's all I care about right now. And what better way to start than by signing one of the coolest new rappers of the past decade? Now, depending on who you ask though, some fans will try to argue that Zack Bia has ruined Yeat's career as of recent. However, one thing is for sure. Yeat would have never been this big without Zack Bia. Introducing Yeat to Drake, soon leading to his highest charting song ever, was just the beginning of Field Trip's assistance. Because immediately after signing in 2021, Yeat was spotted joining Zack at multiple mainstream events such as Paris Fashion Week, or here pictured next to Lyrical Lemonade founder Cole Bennett, who, as one of Zack Bia's best friends, would not only get put onto Yeat calling him the breakout artist of the year, but then Cole and Yeat have since formed their own close relationship, shooting multiple music videos together, including Yeat's first ever single under Field Trip, Still Counting.
What's up, man? I'm doing good. Cole and Yeat Creatives doing some new shit. Double video, 2-in-1. Cole never did that before, so I think it's just cool that, with Yeat and Cole coming together, they're coming with a whole new energy.
Zach's over there talking. He looks nice. Look at this guy. Nice ass.
Zack Bia has been instrumental in building Yeat as an artist, but if you still need more proof of his influence, look no further than one of the most viral internet trends of 2022. Everything started when, again, Zack's good friend Cole Bennett was approached by the animation company behind the Minions franchise with the opportunity to make a trailer for their new movie, Rise of Gru. But at first though, Cole says they were planning to use a safe, brand-friendly artist that would align with the PG-rated film, but apparently had a change of heart at the last minute. Cole called me and was like, "I'm doing this Minions trailer, what do you think about Yeat doing it?" And I told him I thought it was genius, says Field Trip Records co-founder Zack Bia, who signed Yeat and helps oversee his career. The idea of Yeat and the Minions movie collaborating is just so left field, but at the same time, it inexplicably makes sense. Yeat would record his Rich Minion song that next morning in his hotel room. However, after Zack signed off on it, I don't think anybody could have predicted what happened next.
These suited up young men call themselves the Gentle Minions, and they're part of a TikTok trend. Watch the 6th installment of the movie franchise after their school formal. So they just kept the suits on and started a viral trend in the process. This video has been viewed more than 37 million times, and there have been lots of other videos like it with fans around the world suiting up to go watch the movie ever since.
Having helped orchestrate this insanely viral Gentle Minions trend in 2022, which of course all used Yeat's new Minions song, as a result of all this attention, Zack Bia and his team was then flooded with opportunities left and right. However, although I'm sure it was probably tempting for them to just take all these easy bags, instead, Zack and Yeat did the exact opposite. We've turned down a lot of things. Basically everything, actually. Bia told Complex, "We've always opted to do things our own way, passing on interview opportunities and producing our own magazine.